Hey guys! Hey, it's me. It's that guy that you love, but you hate, but you love, but you hate, but you love, hate, 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 love. Especially if you're Yuri. Man, that dude just loves to take pictures that insinuate nakedness on men. I mean, good lord. And then he just loves to send it out to people and show how much he loves boys, or naked men, or both. I feel like he should be investigated. I really do. I think this is a big concern, guys. A very big concern. It's like a four-year-old joke that continues to pop up, and everyone's like, okay, Yuri, we get it, dude. Okay, that's cool, but half the people in the league weren't even here when that joke started. So, and even the people who were here when the joke started are like, Yuri, it's dead. It's over. You killed it. You buried it. You brought it back. You burned it. You buried it. You brought it back. You flew it over the ocean, burned it, threw the ashes over the ocean, then went to the ocean, collected all the increments of it, brought it back up, and then molded it into clay, and then kissed it a few times like, oh yes, I love you. I love you. And then you cut it in half, and then you diced it up in one of those, chopper things, and then you buried it, you brought it back, you lit it on fire, and then you threw it into the Amazon jungle where a snake swallowed it, and then the snake swallows it, so you cut the snake in half, and then you grab it from the snake, and you're like, oh, I missed you so much, and then you buried it again. I mean, I can keep going on and on and on. I mean, it's done. I mean, for crying out freaking loud. Good Lord. Okay, so anyways. So guys, we are into the playoffs. I'm not going to get into last week's games. I'm just not, because that would just take way too long. I got other things to get into. Last week I was 4-2. That put me for 39-23 for the year. Had I have picked the Rowdies to lose or to win in certain situations when I probably knew that they were going to win, I probably would have ended up better than last year. Last year I was 41-25. So I was 39-40. I was 2 games off of last year's record, I think, and there were multiple games where I just picked the Rowdies just to pick the Rowdies, just even though we all knew what was going to happen. So Lance, again, marks his territory as the worst team in the league. And originally, when I wrote this, I thought that the 50-point mark was going to place him in the top 5 for least amount of points scored in a week. I was incorrect in that because it would have actually placed him in the top 6. He has 3 spots in the top 5 though. 3 out of the 5 are Lance. So Lance is also going to get fined $10 per last year's vote, which says that if you start a player on a bye week or if they are on injured reserve, you are fined $10. This is for playoff implications. It doesn't matter who you're playing. Even though he was playing someone that it didn't matter, you still get fined. Sorry, Lance, you're going to get fined $10, just so you know. So there's that, which will then go straight into the budget for the league. So Voldemort goes into the playoffs at 11-1. Lance goes into the playoffs at 1-11. His one win, obviously, was against the Rowdies, when the Rowdies just sold off their entire team. So congratulations, Lance. You probably should have gone 0-12, but hey, man, you won a game. Congratulations. All right, so the playoffs are set. Yuri somehow managed to throw away a year where he should have been in the playoffs. Yuri should have been in the playoffs, but we all know how Yuri does it. He does Yuri things, like trading Dalvin Cook for Nick Chubb straight up, just so that way he has a running back for that week during a bye week for Dalvin Cook. So I don't know. We'll call it a Yuriism. Anytime somebody does something really stupid, we'll call it a Yuriism. Be like, oh man, that's such a Yuriism. Or if somebody offers you a dumb trade, just be like, man, that's a Yuri trade. That's a Yuri trade. Okay. So Yuri ended up falling short 30 points for. I mean, he was almost close to knocking off Meat and Cheese only for the final spot. And Meat and Cheese was about 7 points away from gaining the division title from the Bad Boys. Freaking wild. So your bottom 4 for this year are, number 1, the Regulators. They were 1-11. Points for, don't matter. The Implication, 4-8. Their points for were 1,061.5. The Rowdies, 4-8. Points for, 1,092.1. Number 4, super freaking close. The team that barely made it in were actually the Bounty Hunters at 6-6. I mean, super lucky. Their points for were 1,060. Over No Courtesy, who had 1,062.7. So by 2.7 points, the Bounty Hunters got into the top 4. Ouch. But it gives No Courtesy a better shot at getting a 5th overall pick. So anyways, the middle 4, you have No Courtesy at 6-6. Gotham Knights at 6-6. 6-6. 1,097.1 points for. Then you have the Experience, 6-6, 1,144.7 points for. And then you have the Urinators at 6-6, 1,163.8 points for. So the beginning of the year predictions. I just want to go over this real quick. So these were my predictions at the beginning of the year. The teams that I thought were going to have to avoid getting last place. Guys, you can go to my first video that I did, and there is proof on record that I said these things. I wouldn't lie about this. So to avoid last place, I had Regulators, No Courtesy, and the Implication. Those were the 3 teams that I mentioned that should really avoid last place. Well, really weird because all 3 of those are in the bottom 4. I didn't think the Rowdies were going to be there, but, you know, there's that. But I also did not predict the Rowdies to make the playoffs because the teams that I had predicted to make the playoffs were Meat and Cheese to win a division. Then I had the Experience also winning their division. Then I had Yuri and the Phallics also making it in with a wild card spot. I mean, I really wasn't too far off because really Yuri is the one that missed, and let's see. Actually, I guess I missed on Voldemort making it in, and the Bad Boys making it in. I mean, 2 out of 12 teams. That's still not bad. So, anyways, Voldemort versus Meat and Cheese, and the Phallics versus the Bad Boys. That is our playoff race. Congratulations to those 4 teams. I will do my predictions based off of 1 game, which is over a 2-week span. So I'm not going to do another video next week because there's literally no point in doing it. So I think that Meat and Cheese is going to hang in there, but I think that Voldemort has the best team going right now. He has the strongest team, and he had a poor performance last week, but based on just kind of looking at his trends throughout the weeks, he has some down weeks, but he'll have a down week and then like 3 up weeks. So, or sometimes 4. So, if his team can have 4 up weeks right now, he's going to win. I mean, when I say up weeks, I mean like over 100 points. So, I can totally see him being crowned the new champion of the league. Bad Boys versus the Phallics. This is going to be the closest game out of the 2 playoff games. I've been hard on the Phallics all year, and I'm not coming off now. I think the Phallics splurge on the Bad Boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come on you? Oh wait, no, that's not the words. Oh wait, it is the words. When they come for you. Oh, the Phallics versus the Bad Boys. When they come for you. Freaking genius. Oh, freaking genius. Oh my gosh. Somebody give me a freaking beer for that. Oh my gosh, yes. Shiner Cheer, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Shiner Cheer. Our newest sponsor, because all of our other sponsors are assholes. I I really believe the Phalanx winning a close one here to send them to face Voldemort for the crown. I don't know. I tried. I did what I could. So don't forget, the 2 lowest scoring teams in the consolation bracket also have to bring a case of beer to either, not both, to either the winter drinkings or the draft. Speaking of winter drinkings, please be on the lookout. Here pretty soon, we're going to send out an email, and by I mean Zane is going to send an email out asking for specific dates. Again, as a reminder, this was voted on last year. There is a fine for not showing up to the winter drinkings. That goes to you, Yuri. Mr. I got too drunk, guys. I couldn't show up to the drinkings. I also missed the playoffs when I had a great team, and then I traded Dalvin Cook for Nick Chubb. So anyways, just be on the lookout for that. And that's all I had, guys. I mean, it was a really interesting year. There were a lot of teams that had the same record, came down to the wire. There were some teams that just kind of ran away with it. And honestly, good luck to the 4 teams that are in the playoffs, and good luck to everyone to not get last place in the consolation bracket. I don't know. All right. That's it, guys. Holla, holla, holla for $1.